We're going to talk a little bit about if Sacramento and the Sacramento metro area is a good place to retire to. There's a lot of people that are considering Sacramento. They're thinking about first maybe moving to Florida, maybe moving to Arizona, but then they're thinking to themselves, why not stay in California? Sacramento tends to be one of those spots people love, love, love. We got hot summers. It's just there's golf courses everywhere. We're going to talk a little bit about the pros and cons. We're going to talk about hospitals. We're going to talk about lifestyles. We're going to talk about active communities. So if you are thinking about making the move to Sacramento and you want to retire here, this show is for you. Let's get into it. All right, guys. Hope you're having a very good evening. I myself am in midway of the flu. But you guys keep me energized. And so that's kind of why I want to come on and do the show. And I think this is an important topic. What I see is a lot of times on YouTube, it's more just like, new home stuff or like, hey, best suburbs, first time home buyer stuff too. But there's a lot of people who move to Sacramento to retire. And there's a lot of also people who live in Sacramento who downsize and they decide to stay in Sacramento and just retire here as well too. Sacramento is really, really nice for that. And we're going to go into all those things about Sacramento that kind of make it that spot. For me, absolutely, I love the idea. I'm going to be spending my days here in Sacramento. And it's just awesome. I mean, even if you don't want to go active community or retirement community, I mean, there's some communities here that are just relaxed, mellow. Like I live in Gold River, really a chill vibe here too, going for walks, running into my neighbors. People on the lawn having a glass of wine, a lot of people who are retired and they just, said, hey, I made some monster appreciation in my home and I'm good right now. So that's what we're going to talk about this evening. So if you guys are thinking about retiring and you're thinking California, this is going to be for you. And we're going to talk a little bit of hospitals, lifestyles, affordability, new homes, weather, new active communities, all that kind of fun stuff. All right, let's say hello to everybody. Jason Smith. All right, cool thing about Jason is he does, in my humble opinion, the best Instagram tours of some of the most amazing homes in the Sacramento area. Jason is a really good guy, a really fantastic realtor. He's one of those realtors that he's one of those people that if I wasn't a realtor, I'd probably reach out to him because he's that good of a guy. So Jason, if you could put your Instagram handle down in the comments, you guys got to see the tours. I mean, he goes through some of these luxury homes that are just unbelievable. So hopefully Jason will put his Instagram handle, but really good stuff, Jason, and welcome. And thank you for being first. All right, Pamela, how are you doing this evening? We're going to talk a little bit about Sacramento. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think retirement and they're like, oh yeah, retirement. I mean, honestly, like you might retire after winning the Bitcoin or whatever the Bitcoin thing is, So it's not just about that. It's just about the idea of moving somewhere where you can kind of enjoy life. You're not spending so much money and you can just move into an area with a good climate, fun things to do, and a relaxed atmosphere. We're also going to talk about active communities too, because those things have become a real important part of everything in the Sacramento area as well too. Wendy, hello, Wendy. I was going to give you a call back, except I had to prep for the show and I'm a little under the weather. And I apologize for being under the weather, guys. I have a 10-year-old who plays every sport underneath the sun. And so she's like a petri dish. So she comes home and my wife's even worse than I am. So, okay. Hi, Mark. It's your internet. Hey, guys. Oh, my God. These guys are like the best. And I'll tell you something straight up for all you guys. They found probably one of my favorite homes. I'm so excited that you guys are moving that home. I think that is one of the best deals that I've seen in the new home market. And I'm so excited for you guys. I'm not going to say builder. I'm not going to say any of that stuff, but I'm super excited for you guys. And that's, yeah, seriously, you guys are the best. I appreciate you guys. And hey, Suki, I'm down if you want to barbecue one of these days as well too. He's a griller. I'm a griller. It just is what it is. So hopefully that's good. All right. And here is Jason Smith _real estate. I would say, honestly, take a look at his Instagram account. Not only are there amazing videos, but he is a really, really good guy as well too. I actually offered him like, one day you got to come on the show, my friend, answer some questions, everything too. So hopefully he'll take me up on that. Hello, I think I'm going to like tonight's topic. Absolutely. I think tonight's topic is fantastic. And when I say retirement, I don't mean like, retirement homes necessarily. I don't mean any of that stuff too. I just mean like, where do you go when you want kind of like a more relaxed, like, let's say you're in the Bay Area and you're saying, I cashed out. I want to go somewhere and chill and relax, play some golf, go for some nice walks, have a nice community vibe. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty good with like the Sacramento area. I think it's pretty good. I think it's always kind of been that way. I think it's been a little secret kind of area. Del Webb, Sun City, all that stuff too. And we're going to talk a little bit about that stuff too, because I think it's always kind of been a hotbed of that stuff. But I think a lot of realtors don't really do that type of videos. So we're going to talk a little bit about it and all that stuff. Hello, Mark. I just put my house on the market. Want to ask if you can give it a shout out. Should I email you the listing address? Absolutely. Put it, send me the listing address, and then I can definitely shout it out, or I can even shout it out next week if you want to send me some photos. I'll throw some photos up here as well too. And I'm sending you good vibes also, my friend. I will be on the show soon. Currently, so busy I ran out of locked boxes and signed. That's my boy Jason. Good job. You know, I'm a big believer that good people think good things happen to good people, and Jason is definitely one of them. So you're a legend. Oh man, thank you very much. You guys, like, I'm having such a great like beginning of the year, and it's not, you know, everyone's always running around, oh, business is just because, like, I'm so blessed to have you guys here on the show, tuning in, you know, asking your questions, commenting. I think this is so, and it's not just because it's my channel, mainly because I love the idea of having something like this here for anyone moving into the Sacramento area, where they can actually get their questions answered by you guys, you know, as far as, you know, what you think about Sacramento, because there's a lot of people here that live in Sacramento and have their own opinions. All right. Oh, I think you might be actually the most dapper realtor out there dressing. I gotta go shopping, man. Retirement means a shift, not an end. Yeah, and I sell it and live it. I'm with you 100%. I mean, and you know, the funniest thing for me is when I'm showing some of these active communities, like the Toll Brothers one, the new one at Cahove. I mean, honestly, for me, like, you'll love this. So my oldest is like 25. My middle daughter is like 21, and my youngest is 10. So if my 10-year-old daughter was a little bit older, I call that the one who got past the goalie. But I would probably be looking at active communities as well too. I mean, there's some pros and some cons, but I mean, they have, like, the one at Toll Brothers, I know, has like food trucks coming in, they have events, and I call these active communities almost like cruise ships on land. They're really, really fun, and they're just an amazing spot to like enjoy yourself. You know, I mean, the only thing I can tell you that's different than, you know, the regular communities is that there's not a lot of children around, but for the most part, it's just, I don't know, it's fun. And I think for me, at least, I look at that as definitely an option that would be fun. You could meet new people and everything too. And some of the things about moving into areas, right? Like whether you move into Lincoln, Rockland, Loomis, or whatever, you go there too. It's not as easy, you know, when you're older, like myself. I'll just talk about myself. How's that? It's not that easy to go out and just meet random people, you know, for me. So I love the idea of having like communities and areas and things to do and clubs and all that stuff too, that I can feel like instantly like, okay, I'm meeting people. I feel very much part of this community and everything too. And I love it. I love it for that. We've moved in a lot of people at Toll Brothers. We moved in a lot of people at Turkey Creek. A lot of people, you know, and first, you know, they're like, I'm not sure. I don't want to go to a retirement community. I'm like, it's not a retirement community. You guys have got to understand that it's not like that at all. And then they go in there and they fall in love with it. It's just, you know, it's Toll Brothers. It's very bougie. It's like Four Seasons out there. So I think that for me, Sacramento is just such a hotbed of that, because what we're noticing in Sacramento is a lot of people right now, you know, and especially like I live in Gold River. So this is something that happens in Gold River a lot. You know, you have some, you know, a couple that maybe buys a 3,000, 4,000 square foot home, you know, like in Gold River here. And then all of a sudden, you know, they're left with a home and they're wondering to themselves, you know, like, what can I do? I don't want to sell the house, because if I sell the house, then I'm going to jump into a higher interest rate. And then, like, you know, then what do I do? You know, I mean, I'm buying something smaller and I'm going to pay a higher interest rate. So I'm paying more for it. And then all of a sudden you have these brand new communities that are like, what if we got you a 3.75 interest rate? Or if we got you a 4% interest rate? And then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, okay, this is now making a lot of sense. And so one of the things that we're really blessed with in the Sacramento area is we have so many of these communities, and not just the new communities. We have like Sun City, Roseville, Sun City, like Lincoln, Heritage, and everything too. But the new ones I really, really like, because, you know, they offer these incentives. And I was talking to someone today, I won't mention names, but I was talking to someone today and I was like, you know, these new home communities or these new active communities are like, they have a brand new clubhouses, you know, brand new pools, everything's brand new there. They have all single story floor plans. You can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They don't really have any with huge backyards, but there are some with decent sized backyards. And you're paying an HOA that, in my opinion, is worth it. Toll Brothers, I think the HOA is like 280. And, everyone's like, but I mean, you get this nice grand entryway, all these olive trees. You get a clubhouse that, has like barbecue pits, like TVs, bocce balls, indoor swimming pool, outdoor swimming pool, what's that pickleball stuff going on there. And you got all this stuff. And then you got all these like bikes you can rent out, a weight facility. I mean, it's just incredible. So for me, I'm in Gold River and my HOA is going up to about $500 a month. I don't have a gate. I don't have like, there's just not a whole lot of justification to it. So I look at an HOA that's like 200 and something, and you get a pool, you get a workout facility, you get like walking trails, you have like e-bikes right there if you want to go around. I mean, that's for me. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I mean, I look at that and I think that that's awesome. Everyone that we've moved in to the Toll Brothers community that we've maintained communication with as well too, has told us that the community is nice. Now, I can't guarantee every single house and everything of that, because every house, they're all mass produced, but I think the environment of the active community, I would definitely recommend for you guys to check out. I wouldn't poo-poo it. I wouldn't. I would definitely go there myself. Like if I didn't have a 10-year-old cruising around, I would definitely do it. All right, Jason Smith, trying to keep up with you. Man, I appreciate that. Just emailed you the listing. Thank you. Not a problem at all. I'll even put it on my post section tomorrow morning. The reason why I bought my home in Roseville was because I saw myself growing older there, and I'm 30 years old, but I see my future here. Yeah, and I think that's another thing. I mean, think about this. Okay, so like you're going to be in a house that you're going to know from like the very beginning of its build cycle, right? It's a brand new home. So you're going to know the history of the house. And there is a legitimacy to that as well too, to be the first one who buys it, the first one who like is going through the HVAC cycle, the first one who has this kind of stuff, this knowledge about the house. I think that that's very, very vital. And here's the thing also, if active communities aren't your thing and you don't want like an HOA, there's a lot of single story floor plans out there as well too. Areas like West Roseville, Rancho, Folsom, Elk Grove, and if you want to go a little bit more affordable, you can go out to Plumas Lake, Linda, what's called Wheatland's out there as well too. Galt is out there too. So there's a lot of options for you as well too. The nice thing though about the active communities is they only sell single story floor plans. So you get crazy floor plans. Honestly, it's like you walk in, there's like a bedroom here, bedroom there. And then the next one is a bedroom here. And every configuration underneath the sun. Now, the biggest elephant in the room about the active communities, pardon this, is the fact that they do have restrictions on who's living in the house. And every community seems to be a little bit different. So like, let's say you have one child living with you, they can only stay, some communities are like, they can only stay for 3 months and then they have to go and then they have to come back. And there are restrictions on that. So that is definitely something to look into. And it's something also I would look at the HOA as well. But that's the one big restriction that I would say. And for me, like I said, I would have thought of God going in that direction if that wasn't like just out there. But because it is out there, that is something that I worry about. Because I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we all know how the economy is, how the world is today. And yes, you might have a child who's like is out there in the world doing their thing, but what if they all of a sudden struggle a little bit and they got to move back in, which I think is becoming a little bit more common in today's life world, whatnot. You want to make sure that they have a place to come back to, or at least I do, right? I want to make sure that, hey, you're having troubles. It's not a big deal. Come on back, live in the house and you're good to go. That's the only restriction that I would kind of see. So that's something that's just something for you guys to keep in mind, and something before you pull the trigger, just to kind of see exactly, if it's kind of the right move for you. The pros and cons are definitely always going to be there. I'd say another con would be the fact that they don't really offer you like a ginormous backyard. Mostly your backyard is kind of your front yard. I guess, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things where the houses are, normal new home community. They're there, but the backyards aren't like, you're not going to have an enormous backyard. There might be 1 or 2 floor plans like that, but that's not their like sell. That's not their appeal. Their appeal is more like, hey, you have a nice house. You have a nice, cute, low maintenance backyard. If you want to travel, you go travel. Everything's going to be here, safe, secure, sound. That's what, they say. And then for the most part, when you come home, if you want to use a pool, the facilities are right there. You're good to go, which I think is appealing to a lot of clients we work with because a lot of our clients are saying to themselves, look, we want something that we can have. We can live here, but we want to travel. We want to go see our kids. We want to go to other places and do that stuff too. We don't really want to deal with a big backyard. So I think these new home community or these active communities are really, really amazing for like us here in Sacramento because we do have that problem. I mean, what you're going to notice is a lot of people, and I see it in Gold River all the time. I'm like, I run into good friends of mine, like my buddy Tom, and he's got big house, right? And he's like, yeah, kids are already grown. Don't know what I'm going to do. I got this big house. And, I mentioned, hey, you ever thought of Toll Brothers? You can get yourself a nice house there. They're offering really good interest rates. And, that's something that for him, he hadn't even considered. So I think for us in the Sacramento area, it's absolutely huge. All right. Boom. Jason. Dad turned 55. I'm going to go active community. Toll Brothers and Turkey Creek are fire. Yeah, they are fire. You want to hear something funny? This is like, I kid you not, a true story. I had a client that was looking between Turkey Creek and they were looking between Toll Brothers. And these were the two communities they were looking at. And so they decided on Turkey Creek, which was by Taylor Morrison in Lincoln. And I was like, I was just curious, why Turkey Creek? And they told me this. I mean, crazy. Turkey Creek, they actually have pool service where Toll Brothers, they don't. That was the deciding factor, which kind of just made me laugh right there. I mean, if that isn't like bougie and a good lifestyle, I mean, I don't know what isn't. I mean, like that's just awesome. So for me, that's kind of cool. All right. If a buyer cancels within their contingency window, how long will it take for the listing to appear on the MLS, please? Is immediate 24 hours, 40 hours? Thank you, Mark. For me, the second we get a cancellation, you can put that thing right on the MLS, but legally you need the cancellation. So let's say someone's going to cancel something. They need to do a notice to perform. And the notice to perform usually is about 3 days, 24 hours, 48 hours, like usually about 2-3 days. That's done. Once that's done, then you do a cancellation contract, 24 hours, you can get back on the market. Now, if there is a cancellation that's already signed, you can get that thing back on the market immediately. Normally people want to do that because they want to get their earnest money deposit back. So normally you'll see it pop on the market right away. That's how I like to run stuff. There's a lot of people who like to skip the paperwork and go right to go. But if the Department of Real Estate gets wind of that, you're in trouble. So I like to keep things, but yeah. So we'll know, Wendy, for that house. And I know which one you're talking about. All right. Each one is distinctly different. Yeah. Fees, amenities, and people are different. Don't make a quick decision. Build a plan for you. Yeah, and I agree with that. I think that, and this is kind of, we talked to some amazing people that are coming in from Minnesota. And one of the things I told them as well is that when you're going to areas and you're looking at areas, it's very important to vibe out the areas. Go to like Targets, go to Costco's, go to restaurants, and see if the area you fit in with the people, you fit in with the vibe of the area. Sacramento, as much as people might think Sacramento is a one-stop shop, it is so far from that. People in Elk Grove are different than El Dorado Hills. El Dorado is different from East Sacramento. There's just a huge different like vibe with those people. Not good, not bad, just different, right? So I would say for you guys that you come out here and you're looking at homes, and if you're working with our team, if you're working with another team, you're probably going to find an amazing home here. I mean, I don't think we've ever really missed for anybody. So you're going to find an amazing home, but after, the shine is worn on that home just a little bit, and you go outside and, you want to go shopping, you want to check this out, check that out. You want to make sure that your lifestyle around the home and what you have there and the people and everything too really fit into what you've imagined your life in Sacramento would be like. Absolutely huge. The other thing too is, I always mention this, is make sure traffic patterns, another thing that people totally forget about. They're coming out Sunday at noon and they're driving around. They're going between Roseville and Folsom. They're like, I don't know what that guy Mark is talking about. There is no traffic between Roseville and Folsom. Maybe not on Sunday at noon. But Monday at 5, Monday at 9 a.m., oh, there's a lot of traffic there. So understand also traffic patterns. Now, for me, when I made my last move to this house, I drove by the house too, nighttime. I wanted to see what the neighbors were. Were they loud? How was that going? Morning time, how many cars in the driveway, all that stuff too. So also time of the day is very important to see how a neighborhood is. There are some neighborhoods, I kid you not, during the day that are like dead quiet, completely quiet. And at nighttime, it's a whole different thing. So that's another thing to absolutely keep in mind. The other things also, just a huge heads up, and not saying you guys are going to run into problems with that, but I would say also, Megan's Law website, use that. Always use that. Crime maps as well too. Just make sure all that stuff is done. And just, just get out there and do a little diligence on the area you're buying in. I'd say go to greatschools.org. But here's the thing I would say about greatschools.org. Ratings are great. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people live and die off the ratings, but I also do believe that you need to go to the school on, like, if there's a community function, if there's parents out there, and really vibe out the school and vibe out the parents and see exactly if your child is going to be happy there. It might be a school like it's all tens, but you might get in there and you just don't gel with the parents. Your child is not happy there and everything too. So as much as I love the idea of great schools and great ratings, I still think you got to really, really make sure that, like, your child is happy going to school there. The parents are good people, like, as much as you can know, all that stuff too. For me, my child goes to Gold River Discovery. I talk barbecues, pool with my friends there, Brett, who sometimes tunes into the show. And so for me, that's a huge thing for me as well too. But yeah, Sacramento is really, really different. I mean, it's crazy how different it is. Sometimes I run into people in East Sacramento and I'm talking to them about El Dorado Hills. And I kid you not, it feels like I'm talking to them about Montana. They have like no clue what's going on in El Dorado Hills. I'm like, did you see all the new construction homes? All those beautiful houses on the hill. Yeah, no idea what you're talking about. And then the people from El Dorado Hills, when they come to East Sacramento, because East Sacramento is closer to downtown, they're like, there's no parking, there's this and everything too. So there's different lifestyles throughout the Sacramento area, and you guys definitely need to feel it out. All right. Adult kids aren't the issue. Happiness as long as one is 55 or older. Sun City has larger lots in certain areas and golf course lots. Yes, we actually showed an amazing golf course lot. I will say one thing about Sun City, especially the one in Lincoln. That is a monster like clubhouse. The vibe there was good. I think for price point, if you're looking for something on the golf course, you could probably find something that maybe needs a little work around $1 million, $1.1 million. But yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. I think straight up, like, I think also what you mentioned, Sun City, probably the most lenient as far as, like, kids and everything too. I think that community is great. We went there with some clients that came into town, and Toll Brothers was fine, but it didn't give the lot size. And the one that they were really drawn to was Lincoln and Sun City. And I could see why. I mean, the facilities were crazy. It had such a nice vibe there. You have views, a lot of golf cart driving, which I like. I mean, that's going to be me pretty soon. 10 years, I'm going to have my golf cart hanging out. That's how I'll be living. I'll be doing this podcast directly from this golf cart. So yeah, I agree with you. I think, larger lots, Sun City is good. I haven't explored too much of Sun City Roseville. I've seen it as much, but not Sun City Lincoln. For me, it's just so nice. The views and everything there are really, really beautiful. So those are some of the communities, and I got more slides for you guys, so we'll get into it in a second. Turkey Creek is nice. Yeah, Turkey Creek, my friend. It's really, really nice. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys are looking for Meritage homes, I got the best sales rep at Meritage. Reach out to me, put you in touch with him. You don't even have to work with me if you want to. He sells all the different Meritage communities, affordable stuff, really, really good. So reach out to me. I'll give you his number directly, and it's all good. And also, I'm going to go out there, and I was going to go out there tomorrow to film, but I got a little bit of the flu, and my camera person is like, you're not getting me sick. And I totally understand. So we're not going to film it, but we're going to try to film it beforehand. Beezer has this high-rise bougie community. Imagine Toll Brothers, almost like if they're building near like Midtown Sacramento, 3-story houses, semi-textured wall. I mean, semi-smooth wall, imperfect smooth walls and everything too. This community is drop dead. I cannot wait to show you this community. We're going to be the first people to film it. So we're excited. All right. Wife and I drove around Solano and Sac and really loved Folsom, El Dorado Hills, but we want to keep our mortgage at around $4,200, $4,500 with up to 10% down. So I think it's out of reach for us. I would say El Dorado's nice. I'd say, again, I think, like, I got to give props to Sacramento Good Life. I got to give props to her. I'd say, like, some of the areas you might want to look at, Lincoln Hills. I mean, the price point is really, really nice up there as well too. And if you build in a seller credit, maybe of $20,000, $20 or $30,000, you can buy down your rate a little bit. The other thing also to consider is that like Tahoe and Rancho, you can get something in the fours over there too. And they've got crazy incentives. So there are definitely solutions for that. Now, if you are saying, hey, Mark, I get what you're saying, but we are still in love with El Dorado Hills, I got good news for you. I'm always bringing people good news on the show. East Ridge Village. They're building it right now. And I heard the price point there is going to be relatively, they're going to have different tiers as well too. Now there's going to be 746 lots and they're building right on top of Blackstone. Sorry, Blackstone, but they're building right there and they should start selling some point in this year. So if you like El Dorado Hills, there's going to be a bunch of communities that are going to pop their heads up later on this year. East Ridge Village. I've been talking about this for at least a year and a half. And I told a bunch of other realtors about this too. So this community is going to be like, there's going to be affordable, there's going to be bougie, there's going to be all sorts of like meat. So if you like El Dorado and you like new and you want some good interest rates, type it in East Ridge Village and keep that up. Maybe that's something for you. All right. Always check out the grocery stores in the neighborhood you want to buy in. Yeah, I know grocery stores. I'm always like Target. I always go there. Costco's for me as well too. I need to have my Costco's. You know, in Gold River, I love it. I got my Rancho Costco that's really close by for the quick fix. And then I got Folsom, you know, although I will tell you one thing at Costco, I have seen a few people fight when an RV pulls in, but Costco's always there for the win. All right. Some wild stuff in Sun City. Yeah, there is. Sun City. I mean, I would say if you're looking for something you don't want new, I mean, Sun City with like the views, the price point, things are a little bit like dated a little bit in some of the homes in Sun City, but floor plans are still nice. Location is fabulous. Facilities are amazing. Community vibe there is off the charts. Yeah, I mean, great. Absolutely. All right. What areas besides El Dorado Hills is building with solar? Everywhere is. That's the beautiful parts. As of, I think it was 2020, you either have to have owned or leased solar on your house. Every house has to have solar. So what you're going to have is basically homes that, you know, you can't build a new home unless it was permitted prior without solar. So no matter if it's Sacramento County, Placer County, El Dorado County, or wherever in California, you have to have solar on homes, even custom homes. That's just how it is. So that's not too shabby. You got solar. What was I going to say? And now what you're seeing more than not as well, just to help a little bit in that, is that, and some people are going to hate this, but it is kind of the way it is. What I'm finding more than not is gas is going bye-bye. A lot of times gas is just going bye-bye. You see communities in areas like Cahov's all electric. Beezer, I think, is in Roseville as well too. So gas is becoming a little bit out there as well too. So if you have a good solar plan, if you have good solar panels on your home and you literally will have a very, very small electric bill, which I think is great. Especially if you're in areas that have PG&E because they're higher rates. PG&E is like half the price or is double the price, of SMUD and is like Roseville Electric. So a lot of people who are on PG&E just realize that solar is your best friend as far as that goes. It won't save you from some of the brownouts, but at the same time, solar is definitely that thing to watch out for. Okay, so I brought in the interest rates, how it was trending last week, sorry. So it's going a little bit up. So I want to tell you guys, you got a little bit of better news. After the Super Bowl, if the Patriots won, it probably would have gone up. But no, Seahawks won, and now it could went a little down. So, as I said, unless something crazy happens in May with Jerome Powell, probably a little bit ahead of time, and the bond market will do its thing. What I'm thinking is that we're probably going to be juggling between the low sixes around there for a little bit. I don't see too much of a difference happening this year comparatively towards last year, except for Jerome Powell getting the boot. And that could be something. That could definitely be something. I mean, and for all you guys who want to really know if that's going to be impactful, I know that it's going to be like checking interest rates. But I'm telling you, this is where the indicators are. 10-year treasury. Like the bond market is where you're going to look to see if there's anything happening as far as where interest rates are going. And for anyone who wants a leg up, that's where you look straight up. All right. Which side Rancho is gas stove still, which is crazy considering all water heaters are electric these days. I know. I mean, gas is interesting because they started taking away gas with the fireplaces outside. I saw JMC doing it, which I love the JMC gas fireplaces. And gas is becoming a little more obsolete. I think a lot of people, though, are okay with it. As long as the floor plan is good and the house is great. And also the idea that, they could be saving a lot of money as well too if it's piped directly into their solar. So I don't know. For me, I'm a griller. I like my propane outside. That works for me. Inside, I'm okay with whatever. I'm really easy about that stuff. I used to not be, but I think if I got a new home, I think if it was all electric, I had some panels and it was a floor plan I liked, I don't think it would be a big deal. What do you guys think? Is gas a big deal for you guys? Now, one thing to note is, and this is straight up, um, I will say though, if you are going like maybe over 1 million here in Sacramento, um, and you don't have gas, that's where it kind of becomes a big deal. I see a lot of people who are buying like luxury homes and they're like, we need gas, and you can't even have like I had this house in Shelbourne and I was selling it a while ago and it had an electric stove, like, or electric oven, and it was embedded into the marble. That killed at least 2 offers straight up. All right. Diamond Glen doesn't have solar. Could I add it if I wanted to, or does the HOA? No, I mean, solar, you shouldn't have a problem putting solar on your home. Wow, it doesn't have solar. Interesting. Yeah, I would say I wouldn't, okay, here's one thing, depending on what kind of roof you have as well, too. Like for me, one of the first things I wanted to do when I moved into Gold River, I'm like, I'm definitely going to get solar, even though I'm on SMUD and, half the price of PG&E. But what ended up happening was because I have a aluminum tile roof, like, the liability was too much. No one would go on my roof to install the solar. So I think if you have a tile roof, you should be in good shape. Shake, you should be fine as well too. I would check with your HOA, but I would also drive around your community to see if anyone else has solar. And if they do, you probably are in good shape. All right. I'll push the like button immediately. I love it. Wendy, you are like the best. And you guys, if you're enjoying the show, if you're enjoying the video, smash that like button. Also, this show is for you guys. Now, what I mean by that is please comment. Please give your opinions, all that stuff. I might be right sometimes. I might have missed something, like Sacramento, good life. She's talking about active communities and she's right on the mark and everything too. And I appreciate all you guys, because here's the thing. And I tell this to you guys all the time. These videos are viewed after the fact by like, I don't know, sometimes a couple thousand, of people who are looking to move in Sacramento, and all your questions and everything really do make a absolute huge difference to people moving into the area. So I appreciate that. So, okay, let's get into a little bit of the Q&A part here. All right. Or the fun stuff. Okay. So this right now. And here's the thing. Don't look at this. This is basically, I just look more a little bit towards this stuff right here. Like, where are we trending? And it looks like we're trending to go a little down right now too, which is nice. And here, let's go over here too. Here, hold on. Okay. Sorry, tech trouble. Okay. So it looks like we're dipping a little bit, but I myself wouldn't expect there to be too much of like a, I don't know. I just don't see it to be that. I see right now us in the sixes. I don't see a big shakeup happening unless like the bond market erupts with Jerome Powell leaving office. I just don't see it. I wish that interest rates would go down a little bit further, honestly. I also, hopefully the sellers, when they start listing their homes, because I know there's a lot of sellers waiting for March. I hope that in March, sellers are smart enough to realize that if they sold their home, or they tried to sell their home last year for $1 million and they're putting it on the market this year and they didn't have any luck selling it last year for $1 million, they need to smarten up with the pricing a little bit. I think pricing is absolutely huge right now, and people have to be smart about their pricing, or else we could be in for like buyers could just pack it up and go to Disneyland. So I think pricing is hugely important. I can tell everyone, as someone who just connected with Mark, the show is really valuable to the real estate community. Love everyone's comments and thoughts. Devin, I appreciate it. And it was great talking to you on the phone as well too. I enjoyed chatting with you and everything. So for me, like I tell people on the phone when we talk, or on Zoom, like what you see is what you get. I'm I'm the type of person who wants to make sure that you guys have a good process during the whole thing. The journey is about you. It's not about me. And like I was telling Devin today too, like if I could get a degree in real estate therapy, I would, because a lot of my times it's just picking up the phone, and that's it. And talking to people through some of these things that happen, because I've gone through it a lot and I can walk you through. And if I can alleviate some sort of stress or some sort of like, stress in your life at any point during the transaction or even after, I'm good. I mean, and we keep in contact with all our clients. It was funny. one of our clients that we moved into Roseville sent me a text, or I sent them a text because the old seller had a car delivered to their house. Weird thing, but so we're always in touch. All right. What's up, Mark? Sergio, how are you doing, my friend? Can't wait to get started with you. And yeah, we got to also have a little bit about when we got your first tour coming up. All right, yes, Mark and his team are awesome. Thanks, appreciate it. And also another thing too is we got some fun stuff happening here, guys. I got one in Rockland popping up soon. Can't really go into too many details, but we got some fun stuff on the horizon. And a good video also that I have coming up for all you people who want to know about the custom home process. I interviewed one of the top luxury builders in all of Northern California, and he talks to us a little bit about the process of buying land, construction loans, and all that stuff too. So I'm excited to share that video with you guys as well too. Sergio still getting the house ready. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, I'm excited to see what it looks like at the end too. And if your realtor wants to, we don't mind doing a video of the house too to get it going for you. All right, so let's go into some more fun stuff. Okay, so as we were talking about the whole idea of retiring here, big thing about people who are looking to retire to Sacramento area are hospitals. And that's absolutely huge. Now, in Sacramento, in the Sacramento County and Placer County, there's really not a whole shortage of hospitals. Sacramento area, you got Davis, UC Davis, you got Mercy, you got Methodist, Kaisers, Sutters. Placer County, you got a bunch as well too. Hospitals, I mean, we bring in so many nurses, so many doctors from other areas. As far as I know, the nurses always say, and the nurses and doctors, medical professionals, they always say basically that they're treated really well. The pay is great. Like, we are so lucky to be here in the Sacramento area. It's one of our big industries here in Sacramento. And so if you're someone who's moving somewhere and you're thinking, I want to move here, I want to move there and everything too, and hospitals are something big for you, Sacramento is really great about that. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk trauma centers, because I got hit by someone who's saying, man, they might have hospitals, but there's no trauma centers in Sacramento. UC Davis Medical Center, this is the region's only level 1 trauma center. So you have that trauma 2 centers. You got Mercy, San Juan, Kaiser Permanente, South Sacramento, and Sutter Medical Center. So we do have those trauma centers as well too for you guys. Just something to think about when you're making the move out here. So I would say that, if you're looking for somewhere and you're thinking to yourself, I need to be close to a hospital, one of the things I will tell you is Kaisers are like everywhere, and they're opening up a whole bunch of Kaisers. They're opening up another campus downtown Sacramento. You got another one popping up in Roseville as well too. So it's really, really nice. So is medical something that you're thinking about? There you go. All right. I mean, the tech, and we know SAC offers more home options, but we're afraid to be far from the Bay Area in case. So we're leaning towards Solano County, Vacaville, Fairfield. What do you think of this dilemma? I don't blame you. I mean, I wish I could tell you, yeah, don't worry about it, you're all good. I saw so many people during the whole pandemic and everything too, that their work promised them. I mean, we're talking promised them that they could work from home, and they pulled the carpet underneath, their feet. The house that I have listed in Folsom right now, same situation. Up and down. So we're in up and down. We're not selling. You can stay there. You can work remote. And then they just pulled the rug underneath them and just went there. And I get it. I mean, for me, I don't know. I mean, I have done the drive between here and like Marin County, and it wasn't fun. The Bay Area drive just isn't fun. I mean, the 50 is a nightmare right now too, and hopefully this year it'll be done. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say right now we don't really have a huge, great train taking us all the way from like Sacramento all the way to the Bay Area, which would be nice. The Amtrak does go from like, I think, Davis all the way, or from some parts of Sacramento all the way to the Bay Area, but it's not an easy thing. I mean, people make it sound like, oh, just hop on the Amtrak and go. It's not that easy. I don't know. I mean, for me though, I would say look at Vacaville, look at Fairfield. I mean, Fairfield definitely is easier to get to. Vacaville as well too. But I would also say that it's about quality of life. You got to go there and just see how the area treats you. I still think those areas are nice. I think that, it's just a lot of traffic, and I don't know too much about the Fairfield area. Vacaville I'm a little bit more familiar with. But if it was me, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. And I wish I had an answer for you, but I'm just trying to be as authentic as I can about this. I took the drive from Sacramento to the Bay. A lot of times I didn't like it. I had to wake up at 5 to beat traffic cycles. Then I had to come back at maybe like 2 because I needed to make sure I missed all the traffic cycles coming back. So I don't know. It's just tough. I mean, if it was me, I would probably, I don't know. I'd probably try to like nail it down with my work and see what's going on. I had one guy move out here. He worked at YouTube and he was like, if they ever do that to me, I'm quitting. So I think it's sketchy. I think if you feel that way, that you might have that situation, I wouldn't risk it. I've seen a lot of people who put their houses up on the market right now because they got to go back to the Bay. It's just not a good move. I think you just got to analyze your job situation and, just see what makes sense. That would just be me. Southern Sacramento is an awesome place to work. Edge of Davis. You escaped a lot of traffic. What's the craziest thing about Davis is traffic in Davis. Davis traffic still confuses me. I don't know why in Davis it's always trafficy. It just blows my mind. All right, in the Bay. Yep. It's crazy. And like I remember driving to the Bay and it was like, what was it? It was like driving, you'd hit the causeway and that traffic was brutal. Then it would be Davis traffic, then Fairfield, then Vacaville. And then for me, I had to go to 37. Then the 37 Vallejo nightmare was just brutal. And then it was 101 Oh yeah, no, I don't wish that on any of you guys ever. It was brutal for me. All right. But as far as all that stuff goes, I'd say, here you go. We got trauma centers here in Sacramento. Now, as far as expense goes, because I know someone's going to say, Mark, but Sacramento or California's so expensive. It is. So as far as like, healthcare and everything too, just understand California definitely is one of the top spots. It's pricey, and a lot of people I know move out of state just because of that. So just kind of keep that in mind as well too, just for good. Now we're going to take a brief second break for an ad and then we're going to come right back.
Selling your home shouldn't be a guessing game. We've used one tool to sell homes again and again, our YouTube channel. It's the biggest in Sacramento and buyers are watching every single day. One video, thousands of views. One sold home. It's a pattern we've seen work time and time again. Our team doesn't just list, we market, promote, and sell. Reach out today and let's get started on selling your home with a strategy that works.
All right, guys, the reason why I showed you that ad is because our home, Michelle actually put down one of the most expensive homes in Verdera, that we just went pending on. And it was because someone had seen the YouTube video and reached out and the house, and that's it. Now we're pending. So if you guys don't think YouTube works, you guys are crazy. They weren't even looking to buy. So there you go. And another fun story. All right, let's get into some more stuff. Boom. All right. Boom. Even Solano County in the Bay Area is brutal. Have you considered Tracy? I have coworkers in Tracy who take the train from San Jose 3 days a week. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, no matter how you slice it. I mean, Elk Grove too has a train, but it's just not as easy to do. I wish there was a better situation. Hopefully more tech companies come into the Sacramento area. I mean, we got land. We can build you a big old campus. You saw that money Facebook put in Sacramento State. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, that would be really cool. All right, let's get into some more fun stuff. All right, so here we go. Here's a little bit of a map of like, as far as expenses and healthcare by state. It ain't pretty here in California, I gotta say. But for me, like, I'm not leaving California anytime soon. Anytime when I get older as well, too. I think Cali's got the lifestyle that I love, the weather I love as well, too. All right, out of pocket, California is mid to upper range, not top tier bad, but yeah, out of pocket, that's kind of what it looks like as well, too. And let's get into some of the communities I've been talking about as well. And you guys are enjoying the broadcast, smash that like button. It would mean a lot to me and that YouTube algorithm because it keeps bugging me. All right. This is Turkey Creek Esplanade. I mean, look at this. Look how crazy that is. Pool, everything too. Really nice community in Lincoln. Look at this. Pool room, like all this stuff. Really, really nice community. They've been selling this thing for at least 2.5 years. Really nice. We've moved at least 8 people into this community. I've had nothing but good things said about this community as well too. Really nice. I think it's a little bit more affordable than Toll Brothers Regency, and they got pool service right in Lincoln. And it's Taylor Morrison, one of my favorite builders. All right, let's to the next. K-Hov Nanian. And this is my dark horse pick. I like K-Hov for the reason why, like, the clubhouse is brand new and it looks so pretty. Look at that. I went in there, swimming pools, everything's really, really nice. I mean, doesn't it look like a hotel right there? Really, really nice. You can get homes in the 400s, but one of the things I really like about this is this type of stuff. And this isn't something I created. This is actually directly from their website. So like you can get some good interest rate buy downs as well too. So for me, I like it. They do, flex cash and everything too. But they have all kind of single story floor plans, 2 and 2s, 2 and 3, or 3 and 2s and everything too. So it is just started selling as like about 7 months ago. And they're having a little problem selling. I think their marketing isn't as good as it should be. And so if you guys want to check it out, we can show you. We've been out there. We've toured the models. We're going to be doing a video on it as well too. Really, really nice. But I'm always a big fan of when communities start building, because what you're going to notice is that every release, they keep increasing prices and everything too. Now, KHOV, this community I have seen, perfect smooth walls, really nice upgrades. It feels a little bit like Canyon and Reserve. So if you guys are looking for active, if you're looking for those great rate buy downs, if you're looking for something high 4s and above, I mean, this is a really nice community to check out. Not saying it's the best, not saying it's the worst. I'm just saying like this is definitely an option for you. All right. We go to the next question. What neighborhoods are more fire risk, flood risk, and what are the average costs of insurance for those? I thought this was mainly Florida concern, but it seems fire insurance especially is a big factor. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. As far as flood insurance, the main spot you're going to have to pay flood insurance is Natomas, and that's just how it's kind of always been. Now, does Natomas flood? The only real flooding that I've ever seen really in the Sacramento area are those kind of Elk Grove-ish roads in like, when you're commuting between Elk Grove and Rancho, and some other like, when it really rains hard. But for the most part, like, the reason why there's flood insurance in Natomas is what I've read about is because FEMA's evaluation of the aqueducts. So that's kind of what. And now, as far as flood insurance in Natomas, it runs about 100 to 150 a month. And as far as I know, that's pretty much all Natomas. I haven't seen any part in Natomas that doesn't have flood insurance. I could be wrong, but as far as what I know, that's just kind of what I've seen. Now, as far as fire insurance, that's becoming a huge thing in the Sacramento area, in California in general. Now, a lot of people are on California Fair Plan, and it just can get really, really dicey. Some people are just pushed completely out of it as well too. One thing to note is if you see a house on the top of a hill and there's a windy road going up, yeah, you're probably going to have to deal with fire insurance. If you're in the middle of a field and there's all this dry grass around you, probably fire insurance is going to be a pain. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. If you're close to the lake, like Folsom Lake, your fire insurance will also go up as well too. Now, what we're noticing, new homes don't have as much of a problem with fire insurance because of the insulation, the sprinkler systems, and everything too. There are just little things that factor into fire insurance. Like, for example, how close you live to a fire station, how close you are to a fire hydrant, accessible roads, and everything like this. And so what you end up seeing is some of the neighbor areas like in Grass Valley, in like Cameron Park, Shingle Springs, El Dorado Hills, some places where they have these isolated areas, all of a sudden fire insurance is becoming a problem, like even in areas in parts of Serrano as well too. Now for me, and this is the biggest help I can give you guys on this, before you fall in love with a house, you need to have someone who is a rock star insurance broker. I use Javier Ortiz. I know a lot of you people have reached out to him and sometimes he's busy. He is the man, the myth, the legend here in Sacramento. Every realtor I know has him on speed dial and he gives the best quotes as far as I know, period. And he's just been doing it for a long, long time. And he's not even like me and him are like buddies or we hang out. It's just the fact that when you get into real estate, you always find these certain people that everyone uses, right? And Javier's been that guy that every realtor that I know uses him for insurance costs. And so if it's me and I see this house at 123 Elm Street and I'm like, that looks beautiful, I should call Javier and have him run a quote for me. He'll look at it. He'll say, okay, this is what we can do. This is what it's looking like. Now, another thing about fire insurance, and this is absolutely huge as well too, and a lot of realtors don't know this, but okay, let's say you're looking at a house, right? You're looking at a house and you're like, oh my God, that house is absolutely amazing. I'm worried about the fire insurance. And the realtor, your realtor, not knowing any better, asks the other realtor, hey, how's fire insurance on this? Oh, it's not bad. My client is actually only paying like $1,000 a year. Okay. Their client could be grandfathered into a policy. Doesn't mean that for you, it's going to be that much. So get a policy done for you. Figure out how much it's going to be for you. A lot of people, and I've seen deals just completely implode, And people have bought houses too where they realize at the end of the day they have $40,000 worth of fire insurance. So I'll tell you this from the bottom of my heart, whether you're using me as a realtor or not, like make sure you have a realtor that has a good insurance broker or can recommend one that on any house you decide to put an offer into that is in somewhat like in an area where you're questionable or even just anywhere that you can get a quote and they'll stick to their quote. It's hugely important in our area and it's becoming a big, big, big deal. California in general. But for me, even in Gold River, I had my buddy Javier run me a quote for this house as well too. I knew it would be fine, but I wasn't 100%. I mean, who is? So I had him run me a quote. So I would say for you guys, that's one thing I would definitely do. And that's going to save you a lot of heartache. A lot of realtors won't even like factor that in. It just kind of kills me. So hopefully I didn't get too soapboxish for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content too and this information. If you guys find this information valuable at all, smash the like button. And I will also play on your sympathies. I've been going through the flu. I'm midway there, but I want to come on the show to make sure I lived up to what I say that Wednesday at 7, I will do this for you guys and we will do this. And you guys give me so much energy to do it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Smash that like button and let's continue. All right, so we got K-Hobbs, and this one's in Rancho. Again, I mean, come on, guys. Does this not look like a hotel? Four Seasons. I like it. All right, then we got Toll Brothers Regency. Again, Regency, Toll Brothers, everybody loves it. Toll Brothers, you can get in probably 500, 600s. They're building out a whole bunch of other areas as well, too, in that area. So they just started. I'd say maybe they are at least maybe a fourth of the way done, but they got way more building. Now, the one thing about Regency I will say is the clubhouse is amazing. It's sweet. It's great. But the one caveat you just have to keep in mind is that they're going to be building a whole bunch of new homes and all those people are going to have access to the clubhouse and everything as well too. I don't think they have plans of building another clubhouse, but considering they've already built like maybe like a fourth or a fifth as the houses and they still have a lot more building to do, that would be my only, I wonder if the clubhouse is going to be packed. That would be my one question. But other than that, you're going to go to Toll Brothers. You're going to see about 30 different model homes out there. They're all single story. I would say a lot of their like models though, you're talking about $150,000 to $250,000 of finishes and upgrades. So just be aware, one of the things about Toll Brothers, love me my Toll Brothers, but their models, man, oh man, are those expensive upgrades and finishes. You're going to walk in there, you can say, oh my God, this is absolutely beautiful. And you're going to really need someone to walk through there with you, like a realtor, our team, to tell you like upgrade, $50,000, that much, because it can really be a little out of control. But again, if you want bougie, if you want really a nice community, this community is really, really beautiful. All right, then we go to Sun City, Lincoln Hills. If you guys like views, if you guys like an established community, if you like private, quiet, secluded, like Lincoln Hills, cannot recommend it more. Sun City, beautiful golf course. A lot of people have their own golf carts. It's crazy. It's fun. I love showing houses up there. Yes, they're a little dated, of course, but at the same time, I love the floor plans. I love the structure of the homes. Really, really works for me. Hold on for one sec. All right, to the next. What else we got here? Bickford Ranch, Shea, the latest player in the Bickford Ranch area. Special assessments, yeah, they're high. Not gonna lie, I think they're around $1,000 a month for the HOA and Melrose and everything too. But the beautiful part about this area, they just built this phenomenal club, or they're building this phenomenal clubhouse with a pool and everything too. Shea is very, very bougie as far as quality goes. They're very nice. They definitely compete with Toll Brothers. Very nice communities. I think the floor plans here are a little bit like you can get houses on with views and everything too. Price point here is going to be higher than you're going to be paying at Regency. Some of those houses go way over $1 million. So, but Shea, this is the only community that they're building right now in the Sacramento area. Love Shea, great builder. If you are in Bickford Ranch, one of the things that you're going to come up with is like, okay, do I go Shea? Do I go Tri-Point, which is cheaper and I can get more bang for my buck there? Do I go Toll Brothers, where it's about the same price as a Shea home, but it's not an active community, but I don't have a pool and clubhouse at Toll Brothers? It's a question. I mean, so I think up there you have Tri-Point, which is a great builder up there too. You can get view lots, really nice floor plans. Toll Brothers, the premier luxury home builder in our area. And then you have Shea, active community, competing with with Toll Brothers, but it's an active community, but it does give you the clubhouse, the pool, and everything too. I wish Toll Brothers would have put in some community pool or something up at Bickford Ranch. I think everyone who moved in there probably wishes that the same thing, but they did not. Woodside and Tri Point in Lincoln. Um, Woodside and Tri Point in Lincoln. I think the community is okay. Tri Point and both Woodside are building. Woodside is building, I believe, where is that? In Liberty. Tri Point is, I think Tri Point is building a little bit, like they're not building in Liberty, but they're building close by. I think Tri Point is a good builder. I think that they're building in the Lincoln area, but they're also building in Bickford Ranch. And I always get yelled at by my friends. They're like, Bickford Ranch isn't Lincoln, but it's kind of like Lincoln in the hills, in my opinion, humble my opinion. I'd say Woodside, you can get a great bang for your buck here in Liberty. I think Liberty is that community like I was talking about. You know, I was just saying 5 seconds ago, I wish Toll Brothers would have, in Bickford Ranch, would have built a clubhouse and a pool and everything too. Liberty, they're doing that. It's pretty fun. Okay, so in Liberty, Woodside is building there. Richmond American is building there. And there's a pool, there's a clubhouse. It's really, really, I don't know. It's really nice. I like that community. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful. It's not on the hills, but that community, you're going to have a pool, clubhouse, and everything too, which they haven't really built too many communities like that as of late. Elk Grove, they don't really have too many being built that way, if any. Let me think. Folsom, they had Russell Ranch, but Liberty is kind of a new thing. I think because the land out there and they're trying to develop something new. Liberty is an interesting one. It kind of looks, it's like a Whitney Ranch on the ground. But I like the Liberty community. I think Richmond, I think Woodside both have a good price point. The only thing that you're going to feel maybe a little bit when you're out in Lincoln is that you might be far away from everything. A lot of times when we show houses, we go to Rockland, we go to Roseville, then we're heading to Lincoln, and people are like, we feel like we're far, far away from stuff. So Lincoln could feel a little far away for you guys. But again, people felt that way about Folsom. People felt that way about Roseville. And now look at both those areas. They're like areas people are dying to get into. So, you know, is it smart to get into spots before they blow up in a good way? You know, that's totally up to you. All right. Boom. Liberty, Richmond American, Woodside, Meritage. Yeah. Meritage is out there too. Ben, I think we might have to do some videos out in Meritage and Lincoln because Liberty is definitely one of those spots. All right. It's okay. We don't have much near us now. No, it's okay. Okay, here's the thing also, and this is something, and you guys know how I feel about this. Sacramento County, SMUD, the Sacramento Municipal Utility District. Roseville, except for this little sliver, Roseville Electric. Both those spots, electric costs are fine. PG&E, El Dorado County, Yolo County, and the rest of Placer County, except for Roseville. And PG&E, as everybody knows, isn't the most affordable. And they have the brownouts. And it seems like the bills keep going up and up and up. So that's the only thing I would say, just be wary of. But other than that, we got so many options here in the Sacramento area for you. All right. Boom. Ben, let's do it. We got more videos, my friend. All right. Sun City, Roseville. And Roseville also has Sun City. I haven't explored this as much as the Lincoln one, but I hear it's really nice as well, too. Then you got Esplanade. And guys, we did not leave you out. If you are in Elk Grove and you're thinking to yourself, I want an active community here. This community by Taylor Morrison just opened up like about a year ago or something. And it's been doing well as well, too. I love Taylor. Same kind of vibe, I would say, as probably like Turkey Creek. Really nice in Elk Grove. Now, as you guys know, Taylor Morrison's come out with Madera Greens, Madera Meadows, all that stuff, too. So this one is kind of in near that area as well, too. You're going to find a bunch of single-story floor plans. You're going to find a nice big old pool. Is that a Cabo shelf? Yeah, that's a Cabo shelf. Umbrellas. That's pretty awesome. Again, active does not mean retired. Retired does not mean it's a bad thing. I'm just telling you guys, these active communities are next level. I think they're awesome. Now, do I see a lot of people coming into the Sacramento area from other areas? 100%. Sacramento from the Bay. I mean, my mom is actually probably going to be moving up here in a year. My brother didn't listen to me. Moved her to Walnut Creek to Rossmore up there, which is a nice community and everything too, but not compared to a brand new community in Sacramento with a pool, a clubhouse. She can pick all her finishes and get it all for like under 8, 9. I mean, it's just nuts. So for me, there's definitely a good reason why people are coming here to Sacramento, and affordability is definitely one of them. For me, like I know a lot of people growing up in or living in the Bay Area right now that I go visit, a lot of my friends. and they're worried about retirement. They don't know what to do. And I say, look, you got a $2 million home that you got in San Anselmo or wherever. It's, 1,800 square feet. Why don't you sell it? Take $1 million, give it to your buddy at Merrill Lynch to invest for you. Buy yourself a nice house somewhere here in Sacramento, and there you go. You're done. It's over, and you got a nice spot to live. Lifestyle. You got golf courses if you love to golf. We got biking, hiking, mountain biking, walking trails. You got rafting if you feel like it. Tahoe super close by. Amador Valley. Napa Valley. I mean, we've got kind of everything. If you like the warm weather, man, we got summertime in Sacramento. Kind of feels like a little bit of the sun, but like you're living on the sun. But again, if you are in one of these new communities or newer communities or have solar, you can pump that air conditioning and you're good to go. So I think Sacramento, as far as the weather, as far as the lifestyle, I just don't think you can beat it. And that was one of the big gripes I had against my brother. Rossmore, nice community, a bunch of people, but it felt just like everything was too close to each other. The facilities weren't that new. Yes, it was Walnut Creek, but my mom's not going to really feel the big difference between Walnut Creek and like anywhere else. She just wants a nice house to feel safe, go for walks and everything too. And honestly, I even look at my area like Gold River. I think it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's quiet. I mean, after I do this, I'm probably going to take some calls, but I'll probably end up going for a walk. I will not see anyone on the road. It'll be quiet as can be. And I absolutely love it. So for me, do I plan on, traveling somewhere or leaving Sacramento when I retire? No. This area is amazing. This area is heaven. The weather patterns for me are perfect. I love swimming pools, so I'm good to go during the heat. The price point's fantastic. It's growing. New things are coming into our area left and right. I mean, what? We got new restaurants. We got Topgolfs coming in. We got new shopping. We got everything under. We got so much stuff happening. We got a Fogo de Chao, this Brazilian restaurant that just opened up as well too. So for me, there's just no way I would leave. I feel like right now, as far as things are just starting to get good in Sacramento, and I think a lot of people who come out here for retirement or looking to maybe downsize are going to be super happy with their selection of either going new, going resale, going active community, going new community, going resale community, going Auburn, going like downtown or, Land Park, Curtis Park, Plumas Lake. We have so many options, guys. It's just amazing. So I'd say for anyone from the Bay, anyone from LA, if you're thinking to retire, you want to downsize, you want to be a little bit more like relaxed on the mortgage payments or have a mortgage at all, like Sacramento is a perfect spot for you. Now, for people coming in from other areas, yes, I know California is going to be more expensive than your Texas, your Houston, everything too. But again, California definitely has a vibe, has a lifestyle, and the people love it here. And, don't believe the hype. There's a lot of people in California, especially myself, that will never leave California. We absolutely love it here. The weather, the climate, the vibe here is second to none. So that's it. Now let's get into some Q&A, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the broadcast. All right. Who's ready for spring market? Is the live show later? Absolutely. Now, guys, I was actually on 50-50 about canceling the show just because I'm sick. But if I ever do cancel the show, I will put it in the post section that morning that the show won't happen, just so you guys know. I just feel so guilty, and I'd feel really bad if I did not show up. All right. Boom. Hey, Mark, I still want to eventually upgrade to an MCM String Brothers home. Mid-century modern, my friend. String Brothers. So good. One day it will happen. I promise. All right. Moving ready homes in Elk Grove, new construction. Do you say 3-car garage? I only see 2. Okay. Here's where I mean. Okay. So what you're going to notice in Sacramento or the Sacramento area, especially for new homes, you're going to look at this and go, what is this guy talking about? That is not a 3-car garage. Okay. So this is called a 3-car tandem garage. What does that mean? That means there's 2 spots in front and then there's one in back of one of the spots. So that's a 3-car tandem. I don't like them. I'm not a big fan of 3-car tandem. I could just see you crash into a wall or just not being really effective using that spot. It just seems more like a pain. But if you do see some homes and they look like that, it's probably because there is a 3-car tandem in there. A lot of people use that extra space, maybe as storage or whatnot. But when you see something advertised as like a 3-car garage and it only looks like 2 cars, it's a tandem garage. All right, Elk Grove, 850 to $1 million. Ha ha ha. Well, you must not have been back to Sacramento for a while. 850 to $1 million. Definitely. I've seen stuff in Elk Grove over 2 million. So Elk Grove is going, man. Sacramento. Yeah. 850 doesn't get you as far as you think it might in Elk Grove anymore. All right, is Bickford Ranch the best place to live near Sacramento? Check out Shawwood over in Folsom Views for days. Again, Shawwood, I love Shawwood's building. Can't wait to see them build in Loomis, West Roseville, and Lincoln. I'm trying my best, guys, to get you deets on that as well, too. But yeah, Shawwood definitely competes with Toll Brothers. Definitely a great builder. Some people say maybe even they build better than Toll Brothers. Who knows? This is a battle for the ages. We'll see. Shawwood's still pretty amazing. Can't wait to see their new communities. Moving ready homes in Elk Grove, new construction deals near Sacramento. I appreciate the videos. Keep posting for Elk Grove, but I want to say these new homes really got no style. Well, here's the thing. You guys have seen that I've been dropping some videos about, quick moving homes. I will give you my solemn vow that I will never, ever do a video of a home with no furniture. It is the hardest videos to do, period. I mean, literally, I walk into a room and I'm like, look at this room. It has like 4 walls and a door. It's so hard. And I'm watching the videos and I'm looking at these tours of houses with like no furniture. And it's killing me worse than it probably is killing you guys. So no furniture houses on this channel because those tours are just boring me. So I apologize for that in advance. All right. Boom. Tell you why I love 3-car tandems. I have 5 cars. Oh, okay. One never leaves the garage. Oh, what car do you got in that spot, Ben? Many garages have clearance for car lifts to put 2 cars in. 3 cars. Okay. All right, touche. I love it. All right, Ben, dropping some knowledge. And I would say for you guys, here's the thing. Ben is, in my opinion, one of the top new home salespeople that I've like literally ever worked with. I can't say he's the best because his wife also does new home sales, so can't do that. But between them two, I don't know if I've worked with anyone better. So I would say if you guys are looking for communities, whether it's Meritage or Beezer, reach out to Ben or reach out to Lacey. They care, they love their clients, and they will do whatever they can to make sure something works for you. And for me, it warms my heart when I see new home people that care more about what's good for the client as opposed to just getting that paycheck. So Ben, Lacey, you guys are awesome. All right, boom, to the next. Roseville, California house tour, under $500,000 price tag. Great way showing the house. Wife and I love, guys, we have a Roseville listing. It is in the best location. You're super close to Fountains, Galleria. Not West Roseville, but I do love West Roseville. But this is something for someone who wants to be kind of close to everything. Great house, under $500,000. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Pretty much, I mean, it's an amazing house. Definitely check it out. And Michelle rocked the house tour. So it was very good. We've already got 2 offers in on it, but we could use a 3rd and 4th. All right, Sacramento's house market shifts in 2026. Informative as well. I appreciate it. Try my best, guys, even when I'm suffering from the flu. All right. Who's ready for spring market? Yes, I'm ready. And not, oh yeah, spring's gonna be nuts. I'm curious, I'm looking at the market. I got realtors that are like super busy. I got some realtors that are super slow. I got some realtors that are kind of full of BS on Instagram. So I'm kind of curious about how this year is going to go, going to play out. I'm super, super curious about what's going to happen in April and May when Jerome Powell leaves. That for me is historic. It's something that I'm very, very curious to see what that's going to do to interest rates. That's something for me that from a history standpoint, I definitely want to see what that's all about. I think spring market for those who are looking to sell their homes, and I've told this to a couple of people that we've talked about listing, end of March, July 4th. I like that window. I think after July 4th, people are looking to go on their last vacations. And I think people like to get a jump on the market because they want to deal with schools, moving their family here and there. So I like that time to list homes. As far as buyers, right now, I'm telling you, this moment, start doing that research. Education is huge. Don't wait till the last minute just to come out with just come out and say, I just want to buy a house. Like, figure out if you say, you know what, I want to buy a house. I'm looking for this. Talk to our team. Let's come out with a plan as far as areas, homes, and everything too. And let's help narrow down what you're going to be looking at when you're ready to buy. Let's say, for example, you say, you know what, we don't even want to start like getting out there and really looking at houses until the end of April. That's fine. Let's use March. Let's use the beginning of April to figure out if Roseville works for you or Folsom, El Dorado Hills or the Pocket. Let's figure out exactly if you're looking for like a single story, 2-story, backyard size, older, newer, interest rates or something to factor in. seller credits. Let's get everything dialed in. So you're going to say, okay, I've nailed it down to like these 5 neighborhoods, these 3 or 4 floor plans, and then let's hone in on exactly what you want. Don't settle. And if you do your education piece right now, you won't settle. You'll know exactly what you're looking for. All right. If you're dealing with brand new homes with tile roof, is it really necessary to get an inspection done? That's for me, it's just, how can I say it? Like, let's say you pay for a roof, and here's another thing just to tell you, you'll love this one. Roof doctors, and there's a bunch of roof inspectors that do it for free. Roof doctors, I think they still do it for free, but there's a lot of roof inspectors that do it absolutely for free. They're a little bit of an upsell, they'll be like, oh, there's a chip, you need something new here. But there are roof inspections that get done for free. For me, you have a 10-year structural, so that's something to consider with a new home. You know, I don't know. I think just for the cost of the inspection and what it can reveal, it's worth it. But then again, everyone's got to make their own choice on it. It's just, I look at it this way, right? When you look at new homes and you think about like how fast they're putting them up and how like quickly they're doing, the crews are going from one house to the next. And I'm not saying the crews are bad. I'm just saying, like, when you mass produce something, there's going to be a lot more room for error. So if it was me, my peace of mind, knowing that there's a 10-year structural, there's a year fit and finish, I would probably have an inspector go in there and look at it myself. But again, it's completely up to you. I would also talk to some of your neighbors, see if they've had any problems or whatnot. And if worse comes to worse and you're like, you know what, I just don't want to pay for an inspection, there are roof companies that go out there and do it completely for free. I think Roof Doctor still does it. All right. Boom. If it makes you sleep better at night, I think, but you have warranties in place. It's paper under the tile that's more important than the tile itself. Inspectors can't see. Look at Ben and Lacey, man. I got to have you guys both on my show. That way I could just sit at home with a cup of tea and some Dayquil and you guys can run this stuff. I've seen a huge uptick in incoming pre-qualification. Okay, this is the point of the show that I always start tripping over my words. So let me see if I can do this. I've seen uptick in incoming pre-qualifications since January. Yeah, totally agree with you. I think that pre-quals are interesting, but I also think here, and this is something that I see with my lenders, I think people are getting pre-qualified. I just don't think that at this point, I think the buyers are very, very picky on what they're looking for. Yeah, sure, there's some buyers that are like, hey, just get me a house. But I also think there's a lot of buyers that realize the economy is what it is. They're a little nervous. There are a lot of people wondering about the Jerome Powell thing. There's a lot of people wondering what, the job situation is going to be. There's just a lot of people out there who just have the fear of being burnt. So I think people might get pre-qualified. I think people will even go looking, but I do think that there's this like deep down sense of like, I just don't want to make a bad move that are making buyers really, really like double think their moves, triple think their moves and everything too. Hopefully the market gets a little better because I think if interest rates go under 6%, that would be fantastic for us as far as buyers go and sellers go. Hopefully sellers price correctly because I think that's one of the things that really turned off buyers last year. But again, it will be an interesting market. But yeah, I think pre-qualifications are up. I think not only with new homes, but with other lenders as well too. I'm seeing a lot of activity from realtors, but there's also some realtors who are completely dead. The thing that I'm seeing people write offers as well too. It's just this like weird nervous energy before we discover what spring is really going to be like. And like I said, Super Bowl's over, so we're probably going to be moving in a good direction. And on this show, live every Wednesday at 7, I'm going to tell you exactly what the vibe is for the market. As of right now, the vibe is that Super Bowl's done. We got ski week or whatever coming up next week. There's, rainy weather. There's activity out there. Buyers want to buy. They just want to make sure they're buying and making the right move. Sellers are getting their houses primed and proper and ready to go for the spring market. You're going to see pricing, which is going to be a huge factor for us for what we need to deal with. And like I said, for you guys, I think end of March, you're probably going to see more listings pop on the market than you were used to last year. And because I know a lot of people are holding pocket listings. I know so many realtors right now that are like talking to me and saying, I got this ready to go. I got that ready to go. So it's going to be an interesting year. I would just say, get those seatbelts fastened and enjoy the ride. Oh, what do you mean by year fit and finish? Appreciate the info. Oh, no problem. Okay, so year fit and finish, usually that's just like the way most builders are like, okay, you have a year to, like, let's say you see paint that's like doesn't match, or your cabinets are a little dinged up and you didn't realize it before you moved in. So there's this kind of year period that most builders will honor, where like, then this is kind of what we tell our clients: get a home inspector, at any point in time, but do it definitely before the year fit and finish. Have them go through the house, everything, and then hand the inspection to the new home people within the time allotment of your year fit and finish, or your fit and finish time frame, and they will normally come out and fix it. Like, I don't know exactly who the builder is you're working with, but like Taylor does it, Beazer does it, Meritage does it, but usually what they know is during that year's time, little things are going to catch, right? Like dings on the wall, maybe like a little stucco crack here and there. So most builders are pretty good about going in there and fixing all that stuff. Like doing that one fix. Now, for you guys, if you're going to be doing the year fit and finish, what I always recommend to all our clients is take photos, right? If you move into a home and let's say you notice like at nighttime that the paint ain't right, take a photo, store it away. Do all that kind of stuff as well too. And then maybe 6 months to 8 months before your fit and finish are over, have an inspector come in, have them just go through your entire house and just give that whole thing to the usually by the superintendent of the build, and they go through and fix everything for you. So that's kind of the year fit and finish. Now, most builders do come with a 10-year structural. That's like foundation, roof, and structural stuff of the house as well too. So those are just kind of standard stuff. Feel free to reach out to me offline as well too if you want to talk about a specific builder or community you have questions on. We've sold every single builder, almost every community, and we can definitely answer your question you got. All right, think of it as a 1-year bumper to bumper warranty. Every single thing is covered. Yep. The house still settles the first 6 months. It's great to have an inspection. 10, yep. Turn in before 12 months. Finish up warranty. Exactly. And like I said, Ben knows new homes like nobody else. So I would say he definitely knows what's going on that. All right. Another commercial for you guys.
Selling your home shouldn't be a guessing game. We've used one tool to sell homes.
Hey guys, it's Alana. We're here in Roseville, California for your new home deal of the week. So this house right behind me here is in a no HOA community, and it's a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home on a huge lot. It's one of the biggest in this community actually, and they dropped the price over $50,000. So if you guys have any questions, reach out and we would be happy to show you this one. And if this isn't your cup of tea, there's actually a ton of other move-in ready homes that they're trying to get homeowners in. So if you have any questions, reach out.
All right, so these are kind of deals that we run into during the course of the week. If you guys are looking for specific neighborhoods, communities, or like, you want to know where the hot incentives are, I kid you not, my inbox is always littered with like, builders, sales reps telling me about new incentives, new communities, and everything too. So if you're looking for something specific in a certain area, you want to know about new communities that are sprouting up, reach out to me. I'm always on my phone talking new homes, talking real estate in the Sacramento area. And, even if we don't end up working together, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, I am there for it. And that's it. All right, let's go to some more, and then we will let this will end, and I will go to bed, hit some NyQuil. All right. Again, this is crazy. And this is something that on this channel we announced first. I don't know, this was about 2 years ago, but 21-acre sports complex in Folsom, 3 indoor hockey rinks. Crazy. Folsom is growing by leaps and bounds. So if you're a fan of hockey, or you're someone like me in Sacramento wondering where did they come up with hockey? Well, whether you like it or not, whether you know why or not, they are definitely having it in Sacramento or in Folsom. So just be ready. Fun things. All right. Will the market get better now that the Super Bowl is over? No. All right. Well, hopefully it gets better. Who's looking for a quick move-in home? No. No one is? All right. You guys are killing me here. All right. Who wins, Super Bowl or house hunting? All right. 50-50. 108 votes. For me, as soon as the Niners were out of it, I was out of the Super Bowl. All right. Costco effect. We got a new El Dorado location in Costco. Do you guys think having a Costco in El Dorado Hills will increase home prices in El Dorado Hills? I myself do not think so. What do you guys think? All right. Who wins, Sacramento, Fairfield? All right. Sacramento dominates that. So for anyone who's thinking about maybe making the move to to Fairfield or Vacaville, just know that our audience prefers Sacramento. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the show. And like I said, I am suffering a little bit from the flu, but I very much enjoyed the show and the time we spent together. If you guys enjoyed the broadcast, smash the like button. Comments, questions are always welcome. We do the show every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. just for you, so you can get a little insight on the market. I'm available also, guys, by phone, text, or whatever to answer any questions you have about the market. I run a very active team in the area. I mean, we're always listing, selling. We do resale. We list homes. We do new homes. We just do about everything. And we cover like Yolo County, Sacramento County, El Dorado County, and Placer County. We go everywhere, and we would love to work with you guys. Now, I'm very grateful that you guys tuned in. I'm very grateful for your questions and comments and everything too. You guys are awesome. And let's keep Sacramento going. And that's it. I'm done for the night.
Okay, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight. Buying and selling is stressful. I mean, there are definitely different avenues you can go in, and there's no guarantee. Every property is different, whether you're looking to buy it or sell it. So reach out to our team and we can talk to you a little bit about the pros and cons of selling currently, what your house is valued at, and all that stuff too. There's a link below to schedule a call. Now, if you're thinking about moving to the area, guys, reach out to our team as well. We're working with a lot of people relocating them to the Sacramento area. We absolutely love it. There's a Zoom link below. Set up a time where we can talk to you a little bit about what your needs are. Now, if you enjoyed this live broadcast, smash that like button. We would love to talk to you a little bit about Sacramento. I mean, we always are out and about. So if you're looking at places like El Dorado, Roseville, Rockland, Davis, we got you covered. Just reach out to us. And maybe you don't want to do a Zoom call, so just hit me at my phone number on the banner and we can talk a little Sacramento. Now, guys, one last thing before I go. There's a playlist right over there of other videos I've done about the Sacramento area. Knowledge is power. Those videos will help you kind of make a decision if Sacramento is that spot for you and you want to take it to the next stage. All right, guys, this is Mark. Have a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Remember, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next video.